Let's talk about how to challenge your thoughts. So, things that bring on anxiety. It can be anything from riding on an airplane, meeting adults, meeting friends of friends. For this example, we're going to use meeting friends of friends. So, meeting the friends of a mutual friend. So, what are some of the thoughts, 3 or 4 thoughts that come to your head when you think of meeting friends of a friend? First of all, there's going to be people I don't know. They will think bad about me. They will judge me by what I'm wearing. And lastly, they'll think I'm weird. That's a pretty broad one, but it still needs to be in there. All right. From those anxiety-provoking thoughts, then let's go on some actual past experience, which is evidence. Evidence on why you were to think this. So, has any of these 4 things happened in the past? Humans are not often to tell anyone, hey, I think you're weird. Hey, I don't like the way you dress. Hey, I don't think very highly of you. So, in most cases, there's not going to be much evidence. So, once you come up with the fact that there's not much evidence, then how do we change those anxiety-provoking thoughts into positive thoughts? So, some positive thoughts could be, they think I'm funny. They like my outfit. And the last step of this is once you figure out some positive thoughts and you figure out the evidence for these thoughts, then come to a point where put yourself in the position before you go and think, so if they end up thinking bad about me or if they think I'm weird, how will there be concrete evidence that I know that they don't feel good about me? So, first example could be they wouldn't talk to me. Another one of those could be they say something rude. So there are a bunch of different ways to think about this, but the overall way to think about this is if you're having an anxiety-provoking situation, put yourself before you go through the actual situation in a mock situation. So think about the bad things that can happen, figure out the evidence of why they could happen, have they ever happened. Most of the time, these anxiety-provoking thoughts have not actually happened, but you're just working yourself up because you want to be thought highly of your friends' friends. So after you come up with the evidence, think of positive thoughts. So if you think of these positive thoughts, they think I'm funny, they like my outfit, those will make it much easier to go into the real situation. Now, after you think of that, then come to the what objective evidence do you need to support the fact that they don't like you? And some would be they wouldn't talk to me or they say something rude. Now, if one of those 2 things happens, then that's where in the next situation you'll be able to have evidence that this did happen. But from most challenges like this, there's going to be about a 10% chance that you ever have concrete evidence. So that's how you challenge your thoughts.